Today we've got a quick review for you of two fantastic tripods from Fotopro. We've got the Pan Tour line this time, and they are the Origin and the Origin Plus. Those are the model names, and I'm gonna kind of break them down, show you some of the standout features for me, and take you through my experience with these guys so far. They are pretty close in terms of specs and what they can do. One is just a little bit more robust here, just the tiniest bit more expensive. It's gonna just be able to hold a little bit more weight, be a little bit sturdier, but actually come at the cost of being a little bit heavier. These are travel tripods. They're carbon fiber. They're both very, well, they're relatively lightweight, around 3 pounds. We'll get into more of the specs, but just usability and how they're gonna hold up over time is my biggest interest. So over here we've got the Origin. Now this is the smaller of the two. It does have, in this configuration, a lay flat design, which is really cool. I can really appreciate that, shooting a lot of landscape myself. But there are some features that I absolutely love. And the second you pick these things up, you can see just how much thought has gone into making these. The quality is fantastic. These are among the best quality tripods that I've used, and I've shot with a lot of different brands over the years. So one thing I wanted to point out right away, which I absolutely love, is they actually have a little Allen key tool built right into the main shaft here that runs down, and it's actually attached by a magnet. So I absolutely hate losing the tools that you need, and in pretty much any tripod is going to have some adjustment now and then, of course with the legs and whatnot and how they're kind of put together, just so they don't kind of rattle apart. But it's really well kept in there with a magnet, and it's hidden away once you see how this thing is put together. And that is just crazy enough one of my favorite things about this tripod set here. So you're not going to lose your Allen key, and it's just a one tool that's going to pretty much do all of your adjustment needs, and I really love that. So yes, we've got the flat design here. And another cool thing about these tripods is they don't have your traditional tube design for the actual legs. So looking a bit closer, because they're not round, they're taking up less space in the center. And that means that this thing can be overall just more compact and space saving. So let's throw this down here to get it into its kind of original form. And that's the size of the Origin right there. So a great size, and it's just under 3 pounds for this guy. I think it's about 2.93 pounds, so very lightweight with that carbon fiber helping out. The Origin Plus here is going to be just over 3 pounds, 3.37 pounds for this guy. And just getting out of the way, the carrying capacity, the load capacity for both of these, the Origin coming in at 15 kilos or 33 pounds, which is actually a crazy amount. And this one is 20 kilograms or 44 pounds capacity. So overall here, the size of the Origin is a really nice, it's 499 millimeters or 19.6 inches at its smallest. The Origin Plus here is going to be 506 millimeters or 19.92 inches long. So again, very close in terms of size, and they've done a great job, so depending on what your needs are, keeping them kind of in the same form factor. Another thing that they come with, which does show, I think that they're thinking about their product, is the case. So they both come in this nice waterproof case, and you can tell the materials are very nice. These waterproof zipper covers and whatnot. They've got a little space in the front here for memory cards, as well as the back here. So that's kind of nice. I appreciate that little hand holding thing there, or you can throw it over your shoulder. For me, I just usually throw one of these in my backpack, and for day trips and whatnot, they're both gonna be light enough, so it's not gonna be a burden when I'm taking it up to get some landscape photography on a hike or something. So both of these are a 4-section tripod, and they come out really quick. You can pop them all out with one hand. They have a patented spring mechanism in there, and you're gonna be able to quickly set that up in just a few seconds time. So I like that, and I found that over the use in the last few weeks anyways, I've had to do absolutely no adjustment. So that spring patented design, I think, helps with keeping it really tight and not having to do a lot of adjustments so far. I do prefer this method more than the twist lock ones, I find. Some people have noted that for them, they've had them fail or they haven't done it quite enough, and they've actually had their camera fall, which is the worst case scenario. So I do appreciate that these are a little bit more secure than those lock style. But overall, I think the mechanism is good, and the materials, it's carbon fiber, it's some nice rubberized coating, and we've got aluminum over here. So everything is definitely very, very well made. The machine, it looks perfect. Everything is outlined. You've got all your measurements and whatnot. And in terms of like the usability and just the ease of functioning, it's really, really nice. You've got these really nice quick locking mechanisms here that do a great job of keeping things really, really tight in there. But if you wanted to loosen it off just a little bit, if you wanted to do some panning for some video or something, it turns really nice and smoothly. And at the top, they also have a patented design to help keep sand out. It's a sand-proof design, so your ball head and the rest of overall the tripod, I've taken it to the beach and whatnot, and I have absolutely no hiccups or hang-ups on sand or dirt or whatever, water getting in there. It's performed flawlessly. So the ball head here, really nice design. It feels very nice and solid. It's got a few different options for you to either change the tilt or the pan. If you did want to throw on a few other things, here you can attach a kind of a video handle if you wanted to take control and do some video. There's actually 3/4 20 mounts, so if you wanted to throw something like a light on there or a microphone or whatever accessories, you're going to be able to do that with some cool arms and whatnot. I do appreciate that as well. And they do actually come in different configurations. If you wanted to pick these straight up from the factory in either a photographer like me, or if you do shoot more video, there are video tailored kind of setups with a handle for you on both the Origin and the Origin Plus. So on the top, they do have their own quick release systems here. One is a bit bigger than the other. The Origin Plus does have one that can probably fit a bit more of your other mounts, like if you're using a Peak Design or something. It just has that bigger style, where this one is kind of a smaller, more proprietary, fit in there and you're done kind of thing. So that is one thing to note there. This one's gonna be, the Origin Plus is gonna be a little bit more forgiving when it comes to additional mounts and whatnot. So the maximum height on both of these is going to be about 60 inches. They're within about 1 inch between the two, so they do get up there really nice and tall. Getting them down, getting them maneuvered is really quite easy to use. And you get, as far as I'm concerned, as high as you need to in just about every scenario. If you're somebody who likes to shoot from horizontal to vertical, there's a notch out of both of these, so you can quickly throw your camera into vertical shooting just like that. Really well thought out, and yeah, just a very intuitive, easy to use tripod system. I would absolutely recommend either of these to you. Both of these are going to do a fantastic job. This one is going to be a bit better for somebody maybe looking for something a little bit more rugged, or maybe if you're in a lot of windy or watery conditions and you want it to be a bit more stable, well, the Origin Plus is probably the way to go. But for your all around, just easy to use, everything's going to be there when you need it, travel tripod, the Origin is going to be a fantastic pickup as well. Now finally, what about the price and the value of these? Now right around the $300 US mark for this, and a little bit less for the Origin. I think they are very well priced. I think for the quality, the build, the case, and everything that these things are, I think they are going to be a great pickup for around that price. Even better if you can find them on sale. Well, let's leave it at that, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, hit that like and subscribe button and drop all your questions and your comments down below. I will drop an affiliate link down below as well in case you wanted to pick this thing up. And like always, make mistakes, be yourself, and get out there and take some more pictures. See you next time.